Hey everybody, welcome to my video showing off my new 2000 Jeep Cherokee. I just picked this up for about $3,400, so I'm going to take you around, see what it looks like, and give you an overview. As you can see, it's in maroon burgundy. Unfortunately, at the time of recording this video, I wasn't feeling too well, so you have to bear with me with this commentary. So we're going to go ahead and open it up, and as you can see, may be able to see depending on how the camera picks it up, but it's a black interior. This is actually a least common color. You'll more commonly see a tan color and a gray color, but this is actually a black interior. Nothing too special. It's the same seats with the fixed headrest, of course. But pretty basic interior. Nothing's crazy out of place. I'm not missing seats or anything. As you can probably imagine, all the door hinges are a little clicky, but that's common with these Jeeps. Not too much space. Of course, headliner bubbling out. Nothing too crazy. Everything's OEM as far as I'm aware at this point. Back seats look pretty decent. There's no huge stains or anything. There are some paint issues, of course. It is four-wheel drive. This is the stronger transfer case. I believe it is the NP231 transfer case. We're going to walk around to the side and see what's going on the main driver's side. It's actually kind of a small space, even for someone like me, 6 feet tall. But here you can see it's got 2 high, 4 high, neutral, 4 low, standard automatic transmission, cruise control, basic gauges. Nothing too special. As you can see, it's all black, so everything matches. I've even got little ashtray, even though I don't smoke, so that's always nice. Even comes with WeatherTech floor mats, but you may or may not see that, and you can see more of the bubbling. This is a common issue, but right now it's not too crazy, but I will fix that up in another video. So, moving on, I just took a video out to the tailgate. Tailgate is slightly loose, so I'll have to see how to figure that out. As you can see, the trunk space it's not massive, but it's pretty good. Comes with the spare tire, of course, the original donut with the little cover. I'm not sure if this has ever been used or not, but it's got the little cover. There's nothing back here, so there was just a cardboard box just kind of holding everything else. Nothing in that little shelf space over there. Although it is missing this hand guard or hand rail, so I'll have to buy a new one of those. And this is one weird thing with this Jeep. It's just got that ugly bluish tint that doesn't look good, so I'll have to replace that eventually. As you can see here, we've got the old bumper end caps. They're all faded away. They look like they were repainted once or twice. And there's no fog light here or tow hook, so I'll have to install those at a later date. If you take a look underneath, you can see all these old joints and what have you. They're all old, worn out, a little bit rusty, dusty. I've got parts to replace all this, so hopefully in later videos I'll be able to show you how to fix that, and you'll come along for the process. Got this little cover up here, and you can see right there the little hole. I've already taken out the steering stabilizer because it was just too rusty, and it was before thinking about doing videos. And you can see here on the floor there's a little bit of oil leak, probably from the oil pan, or it could be from another spot around there, oil pan, oil gasket, somewhere along there. But I've got the parts to fix that too, so that'll be also another video. It doesn't look too bad underneath besides the oil. There's not really any rust so much. There's more superficial surface rust, but like I said, I've got a bunch of parts to fix that. I am missing a little hubcap there, as you can see. Tires are pretty good, but like I said, I'm missing that little hubcap. Of course, OEM wheels, of course. Going to the back, I've got of course, the cover here. A little bit of surface superficial rust there. These tires are actually pretty good condition, so I might keep that. As you can see, it's a lot of faded paint everywhere, even on top. So definitely getting it repainted is one of my top priorities for this thing. And you can see down the drip pan, not drip pan, but the the drip guard. It's also rusty there. There's little spots here where it's just coming up, all the covering paint. Take a look at the back. So even though it opens nice and tidy like every other door, it is dented. I'm not sure what in the world that was, but luckily it's not damaging the frame. If it was damaging the frame, I wouldn't be able to open the door, but you can see the quarter panel is definitely dented in, although it is not rusting away. So I'm just showing that, you know, the pillars are all good, so the door opens and closes just fine. It's just a dent in the door. Not sure if I'm gonna be able to fix that, but I'm gonna try and see what I can do about it. All 4 doors open and closed, no problem. Coming back underneath, you can see there's not really any rust. There's a little red paint from, I guess, the factory, but there is some kind of coating, as this vehicle was in Colorado at one point. It's hard to tell if there's any rusting underneath the coating. As you can see, there may be something here, maybe not. Hopefully not. If it was done correctly, there probably shouldn't be any rust, but there's no rust down here. You know, you've got a couple little surface rust, like I said, but most of it can be easily fixed and replaced. These leaf springs in the back, I have new leaf springs for these, so these will be replaced as soon as possible. And you can see that old drive shaft. Who knows, I might need to just buy a new drive shaft with how rusty that looks. Of course, I'll change all the fluids from the differentials and the transfer case whenever I get a chance, and I'll make a video for all of this. As you can see, there's a couple little rust holes in the door, but maybe a new door will do for that one. And there's actually a dent on that side. You can see right there. It looks like somebody maybe backed into it with like a trailer, because this vehicle is not very high. And this is the worst of it, I think. It's just coming up all from the hood. I'm trying to zoom in here so you can see. It's just huge flakes falling off of this thing. So it's definitely going to be a necessity to repaint this thing as soon as possible. Everything else is not too bad, but I'm going to be repainting the whole thing. Here you can see on this door, it's actually a lot of rust right there, so I might actually have to just replace this entire door. But we'll see how that goes. Other than that, everything else is actually in pretty decent shape. So it runs, it drives, it's not too bad. And I think here we might see if we can go ahead and open up the hood. A little stuck, but not a big deal. Now this one does come with the 4-liter engine as opposed to the smaller 4-cylinder engine. The 6-cylinder engine is the better engine in most people's opinions. Of course, it's all crusty and dusty, so I'm gonna have to clean all this up, fix things that are missing. I've already actually cleaned out the throttle body, so it's actually running a lot smoother now because of that. Just a forewarning, I will be keeping this vehicle mostly stock. I'm not planning to cut off the fenders and put any kind of crazy contraptions on it, but I'm going to keep it mostly stock, but mostly upgraded too. And finally, to close out, I do have a bunch of new parts here, but I will be getting more very soon, so I'll replace things as they come along. And those old tires that I've got on the car, I may switch them out for these newer ones. These are coming from a Jeep Wrangler JK. So if the old ones don't work out too well, yeah, I've always got the new ones. Anyways, guys, thank you for coming to check out the video. I hope to get a lot more things done in the future, and I'll bring you guys along with me for the ride. So if you want to stay for the ride, go ahead and like this video and subscribe for more.